Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to David ALLAN COE, I believe. This is The Ride. Let's see what happens.
Well, I was thumbing from Montgomery. I had my guitar on my back when a stranger stopped beside me in an antique Cadillac. He was dressed like 1950, half drunk and hollow-eyed. Says it's a long walk to Nashville. Would you like to ride?
Something about this reminds me of The Devil Went Down in Georgia. Something about it. Okay. I love that he started off basically talking to us in this kind of deep, sinister voice, and then he turned it up and was like, down, 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 down. You know what I mean? All right, I think he said, walking in Mississippi with a guitar on his back, and some guy pulled up in an empty Cadillac and said, well, it's a long way. You want to ride? No, I'll walk. Thank you.
Would you like to ride? Well, I sat down in the front seat.
No.
Turned on the radio.
You turned on somebody else's radio?
Songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold. Then I noticed the stranger was ghost white pale when I asked him for a light. I knew there was something strange about this ride. He said, Drifter, can you make folks cry when your plane sings? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? If you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride.
All right, I'm looking up the lyrics. I caught some of it, but I missed some of it, but I want to know all of it. That's how, intrigued I am. I love the kind of push and pull of the melody. It feels like a ride. It does. And I think that's intentional. I think that's good songwriting. All right, I am typing in The Ride. Oops. David ALLAN. There he is. All right. Why don't we just go ahead and read them all together, class? Well, I was thumbing from Montgomery. Thumbing, like on the drum, thumbing or walking? I had my guitar on my back when a stranger stopped beside me in an antique Cadillac. Oh, antique. He was dressed like 1950, half drunk and hollow-eyed. He said, it's a long walk to Nashville. Would you like a ride, son? All right, red flag number 1. Maybe he was dressed in 1950, but I don't know. Some people like vintage clothing. But red flag, and the only one that matters, is he was half drunk and hollow-eyed. I'll pass. I'll wait for the next car. And I sat down in the front seat and turned on the radio. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but the rule is, as a passenger, you don't just put your hand on another man's radio. You got to ask for permission for the aux cord. You know what I mean? You don't just get in somebody's car and turn on the radio, but, to each his own. And them sad old songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold. Speaks for itself. Then I noticed the stranger was ghost white pale when I asked for me a light, like a light, like a cigarette light. And I knew there was something strange about this ride. He said, Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? He said, boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? Because if you're a big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. So what I'm gathering is the man that picked him up is someone who has gone before him on this ride of fame, perhaps, and he's been all used up. He's all burnt out. He's withered out to nothing. He gave all he had. His gift is depleted, perhaps. I don't know. That's where I am right now in the words. I love that the dialogue there sped up. That's why I had to pull up the lyrics. I wasn't quite sure what he was saying. Now I got it. All right, let's go on to the next verse.
Let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. Then a crowd just south of Nashville, and he turned that car around.
Excuse me.
This is where you get off, son. Well, I'm going back to Alabama. stepped out of the Cadillac, I said, Mr. Many thanks. He said, you don't have to call me Mister. The whole world calls me Hank. He said, Mister, can you make folks cry when you play and sing?
Hank?
Have you paid your dues? Can you
Hank?
the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? If you're big star around, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride.
Are we talking about the Hank, the one and only, the legend? So is it a ghost? Was he a ghost of Christmas past, dressed like 1950? All right, then he cried just south of Nashville, and he turned that car around. He said, this is where you get off. The lyrics say boy, but I think he said son in the video, because I'm going back to Alabama. Not Alabama, Alabama. As I stepped out of that Cadillac, I said, Mister, many thanks. He said, you don't have to call me Mister. Mister. The whole world calls me Hank. And then he goes back into the chorus that is like the dialogue.
He said, Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? If you're big star around, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. You know, things aren't like they was in the 50s when I was there, son. You got a lot of competition now. I mean, you got Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, George Jones, Guy Clark, Billy Joe Shaver, Alabama, and David Allen Coe. K.T. Olsen, Lynn Anderson, you even got my son.
Hank Jr.
Thank you.
All right, so at the end it says, you know, you got a lot of competition out there. Now the sound, it ain't like it was in the 50s when I was here. And then you got Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and got Clark and Billy Joe Shaver. I'm not listening to them yet. And David Allen Coe. And you even got my son. So this was Hank and Hank Jr. That's really cool. I guess I just am trying to understand, like, was this the spirit of Hank that picked him up and that was like warning him about the fame? I don't know. I'm interested. I'm excited to read your comments on this one. I didn't see this one coming. I liked his voice and the storytelling in his voice. And again, the like pushing and pulling of it all. You know, it's a good song. All right. Let me know in the comments what I need to know. And I don't know. I guess I just want you to go and have the day you deserve. Bye, friends.